All right, man, we're back out here. Another beautiful weekend, another adventure to be had. So with that being stated, in the last video, you seen that the Kickstarter is sticky now. It doesn't recoil the way it should. And I also seem to realize, I just stumbled upon the fact that now the shifter is also sticky. So let me show you. So let me jump over here and look. See how it doesn't bounce back like it should, right? Now, so today we're gonna get back into the clutch cover side because it seems like that happened once I bolted it back up and the Kickstarter started getting sticky or in a bind. Now my shifter's in a bind. So something's going on in there and I'm not really sure what it is. And I got, well, let's walk over here. So I got everything out of my garage for now. There's that old mini bike. But, excuse me. So this carburetor came off the yellow bike, which is the one we're trying to build. And this carburetor came off the KX60, that's the parts bike. Now this one here is, I don't know, it's just some aftermarket off-brand carburetor, which came off the yellow bike. This one here is a Mikuni, which I believe is a stock carburetor for the KX60, which came off the parts bike. So I'm gonna try to get to that in this video. We wanna clean out the Mikuni carb. We're just gonna hang the other one up. If we need parts off of it, then we'll go with it. And if not, well, we have it. But we're gonna clean the Mikuni up. I wanna go through everything and make sure everything's clean and good and nothing's hanging up like the floats or anything. And then we're gonna put it on the bike and we're gonna run it. But first, we gotta get back in the clutch cover side, get this thing going, get whatever's in a bind unstuck, and then we can go back with it. So we've already drained the oil. We're just gonna go through this real quick. Once we get inside, we'll slow it down and then we'll carry on with whatever needs to be done. So now that I have the clutch cover off, we got Permatex everywhere. That old gray RTV is, I personally love the stuff, to be honest with you fellas. So back to what I was saying is now the shifter is right. Let me wipe these fingers off. Right, so I put oil in this last night. I let it set with oil in it overnight because, like I stated in previous videos, this thing is set outside for a while. So I wanted to kind of lube it up a little bit. But with that being said, now that I have the clutch cover off, look. See? It wasn't doing that, so I have some issue in here. Oop, did we get neutral? We're neutral. So, back to what I was saying. We have something in here. Let me set this camera down. I'm also going to show you this. That this also is the same thing. Right? So, there's something binding when I put that cover on. What it is, so this inner Teflon bushing right here has a cut in it, and it goes around the spring inside that connects to your shaft here, right? So mine was a little bit off, and I'm thinking whenever I bolted everything up, right, and this piece right here pressed up against it, it binded everything up. So before we scrape off all the gasket material, clean all the surfaces again, and go fully back with it, I'm just gonna slide it on here. I'm not even gonna put my clutch piece in here, which I showed you that in a previous clip. Don't lose that or the washer in between the bearing and the pin, right? And the pin goes in like that. That sets in there like that. There's your washer right there. Just make sure you keep it all together, keep it out of the dirt. And if it does fall in the dirt, clean it off. So let's slap this bag on here. We're gonna bolt it up like if we was gonna go with it. And hopefully we're gonna see what we got. Look at that. That thing was clean whenever I put it on there. That's another reason why I wanted to just put some oil on there, man. Kind of rinse some of that stuff out of there where it's just been sitting. So here we go. We're gonna line up our water pump key, right? With the keyway in the water pump itself. Let's see if we either solve the problem or if we're still at square one. Well, I guess we could just pull this water pump off. It is just an O-ring. There's not a gasket in between there. They give you the two cuts here. And then boom, it's just an O-ring seal. So with that, you can turn that and line it up. Let's see where we're at, man. Hopefully we got it figured out. Hopefully it was something that simple. We're in there to engage. We're about to find out, gentlemen. So, let me just whiz them in there real quick. I don't really prefer just running them in there with the drill or an impact. I feel like you should at least get them started and go that way with it by hand. It prevents cross-threading in the long run. And at least once you get it started, I mean, if you feel like you just have to, just run them in with your whatever impact. I have a drill. I just use the settings on it. It's got the clutch settings on the top. I just use that to excuse me, for like a torque, right? Just set it a low setting like 1, and then you can run them in and they'll hit, and you ain't got to worry about stripping them out or, you know, anything crazy like that. See, just run it in like so. Check your water pump, make sure it's good. See, just like that. So let's see if we figured it out or not. Come over here first. Oh, that's a good thing. Now let's check the Kickstarter. We did bolt it all the way up. Let's see. Well, there it was, guys. Now that we got that off, now your dowel pins here and here may kind of give you a little trouble. That's why you see me kind of having to work it back and forth. Now, you see this Teflon bushing in here. So if you're not careful, or if, like myself, you kick it over and you don't have that cover on there. So the spring is located about right here, right? And you have a cut in this on the inside. I don't think I can get you a shot of it. Oh, well, there's the spring there, right? So that worked out a little better than I thought. You see that cut right there, right? That goes around that spring. You can see where it's been in the wrong spot. Whoa, let me get that a little further away. That's where it was riding and it shouldn't have been. It should have been right there on that. Let me set this thing back down. So now that it did come out, yeah. So this cut right here goes on that spring right there. Let me see if I can get you close enough to see it one last time. You see where it goes into that shaft? That's where that cut goes over. And if it's not lined up, it'll bind up. And to make sure it's all the way in, right, that thing will go back in there a good ways. See how far back it goes in there? Just like that. So once you know it's in there all the way like that and it's down all the way, you can feel it with your screwdriver or whatever, you can feel it bottom out. So we got the clutch cover tidied up. So when it comes to your clutch pin, is what I'm gonna call it, get a little bit of fluid, right? It's the easiest way I've come to get it going, right? And then make sure your Teflon bushing in there is set. So we got it back on, man. Everything's up, Kickstarter is good, but look at this. It's tight again. So I don't know if I have transmission issues with this bike. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit down for a second here. Excuse me. I'm gonna clean the carb. I'm gonna put it on. We're gonna put oil in it. I'm gonna bolt everything back up. We're gonna dress it out. And then we're gonna fire it up and we're gonna see what it does. I mean, at least I'll know at that point if the engine's even worth going any further with, or if we're looking at like a complete rebuild kit. So y'all just hang around, man. We're almost there, but we still got a lot to do. So we're gonna slow it back down now, and we're gonna do this carburetor. Like I stated in the first of the video, we're gonna go with the Mikuni versus the off-brand. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take the slide out and inspect it. Look at that needle. You see that needle? Let me turn this camera up. That needle's bent. Right there, that's gonna be an issue. So that's the good thing. We have the other one. We'll have to see, make sure they're the same size. If they are, we'll just swap needles. So we're just gonna put this off to the side for right now. Let's jump into this other carburetor, see what we got, man. Maybe we got that seat. I was looking at that needle. I gotta make sure it's the same size, but it's not bent. It looks pretty decent. But I do have to check the size. And I need to check this and look at my spec book to see where we're at. See, this thing's, I mean, janky. I don't know, I say janky, but who knows, this might be the better carb. There we go. Ooh, can we save the gasket? Can we save the gasket? Oh, we might have. Oh, whoa. Wow, look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at that. Thing's definitely been sitting a while. So, I gotta clean some of this up. Wow, I'll take this out in the light and show y'all. I'm not gonna clean that up, I just gotta clean myself up. Better yet, we just gonna roll it. We're gonna run with it. So I'll show you the bowl. Look at that. That thing is tarred. It's been sitting there a while. So we cleaned everything with carburetor cleaner, man. We did not use brake part cleaner. We used carburetor cleaner, right? It's more, it's less harsh of chemicals on some of your other parts. Now, everything seemed good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this seat for the floats. We're gonna put it in there like so. Right, it's your float level. And line it up and slide it through, see? I'm not sure if that's the right one or not, gentlemen, to be honest with you guys. So we're just gonna go with it. Yeah, we're just gonna go with it. So same thing here. Pull your spring all the way back. Just like that. Pull that out. So they are not the same. Not at all. Well, that's another setback. So we're gonna drop back and punt, man. We're gonna put this back together. Clean this carburetor. Swap the choke from the Mikuni to here, since this has a needle that's not bent and it's for this carburetor. And then we'll throw it on the bike and see what we got. I mean, that's the best option I have right now. So that's what we're gonna go with, guys. Let's go over this real quick, just in case anybody has any questions. So you're gonna drop your needle, and then you're gonna drop your plate. It has a hook on it, right? That hook, you're gonna need a small tool. It's gonna go right there like that, right? Now watch this. This is where it gets tricky. You're gonna put your spring all the way down in there. And you're gonna hold it. Pull all your slack out of your cable that you have. Okay, so you're gonna take your finger and push the needle up, right? Enough, because you gotta sneak that wire past that hole. All right, guys, as you can see, man, we got it back together somewhat. So we cleaned the carburetor, the one that was in really bad shape. We got everything put back together. We got a little 40-to-1 in the gas tank. We topped off the radiator. And we put some 10W44 stroke in the crankcase. So, as I stated earlier in the video, the shifter is still stiff, but the Kickstarter's free. So let's see if it's gonna run before I really dive into this thing. So here we go, man. I'm nervous and excited. I didn't bolt nothing down but the gas tank. So here we go. Throttle, clutch, brake, kill switch. I gotta find my little pieces for my kill switch. So fuel on, choke on, Here we go. Let's turn the fuel back on. Well, guys, so we took the spark plug out, man. It's not wet and it doesn't smell like fuel. So I'm obviously not getting fuel to my cylinder. I'm gonna have to check that out here in a minute, but for now, I wanna try to check the spark again. Make sure we're still good with that. Oh, we got it going for now, at least run. Little bug. And it dies when the choke's off, so that's an issue. Let me, I guess it's just been sitting for so long that it needed to, do its thing. So, I don't know if this is the first time it's ran in a long time or not, but I am proud to hear it run. See if we can fire it back up again. See, as soon as I turn the choke off, it dies. So that's an issue. I don't even know if it, let me see. Turn the choke off. Oh. Turn the choke on. See, as soon as I turn the choke off, it dies. So, with that, we're gonna end this video and we'll start another one, adjusting whatever we need to adjust to get it to run right, and then we're gonna deal with the gears. So, with all that, dude, I am happy that this thing fired up, dude. So, I'm your boy, Ride Fast and Live Careless, and we'll catch you on the next one.